Hi there, it's Moment at Moment's Art. In today's video, I will be painting a Venice scene, like an evening scene, and some clouds on the horizon, some structure building on the horizon line by some dark colors, like a sepia or purple, dark purple color is in my palette. So I'm putting some cadmium yellow washes initially, so create the background, because that is the first layer is the white of the paper, which I you know just keep mentioning in almost every video. So white is the first layer, and then whatever color that you apply second, that would be the second layer. So I am trying to paper is not the best. This paper is a postcard paper, and is not very watercolor friendly paper. It's a 90-pound paper, small, a small postcard size. So I am just rendering this Venice scene on this paper today. So I am keep working on the cadmium yellow washes, and so far now I use opaque white, a poster color, to bring some white on the horizon, on the sky, so it shows there's a sun peeking from the back of the cloud. So I'm working gradually from your cadmium yellow layer, and then I put this opaque white poster color, so create some kind of a window between through yellow, although the white of the paper should be used in this, but and I don't have the reference photo, so I'm working with my just with my experience, because I've done these painting uh, so many times before, so I know what it looks like. So now I use some purple color, which is the made by Van Gogh, and I'm putting some dark value, creating some loose type of clouds on the just above the cadmium yellow wash, and I will be smudging these clouds. So technically, I'm working wet into wet. I didn't allow the cadmium yellow wash to dry, because I need some kind of a soft edges on that on this layer with these dark clouds. Now I picked up some French ultramarine. I need some little bit blue color on the skies also above this cadmium yellow light. Uh, the washes which create the effect of the light from the sun, and it going through with the clouds, and you know. So now I'm smudging that purple color, getting some Prussian blue, no, the French ultramarine blue, putting on the yellow wash, creating more loose type of clouds, and just working very slowly. I'm not working very fast on this painting, because the canvas or the paper is very small, so I need to be a little bit careful here. Yeah, so it doesn't see it. They're not very big washes. It's very small, so maybe it's looked like a 4 by 6, 4 inch by 6 inch postcard, which I'm painting on the back of this postcard. So now I'm using some dry brush marks on the right side of the painting, with using some French ultramarine straight from the tube. I'm not mixing the colors with any other colors, because it mixed by itself with the other color on the paper, since I'm working on wet into wet. I'm smudging uh, some of these French ultramarine washes to keep it these clouds very soft. And same time, I'm working on a little bit perspective also, so you will see I'm stretching these clouds a little bit above on the top of the canvas on the paper, and then now I'm putting a little bit more clouds in the like in the background, right? So it give you a sense of little perspective in the skies. So these clouds are far, and the clouds are close in the sky. Is going upward. Basically, it's not coming straight to us. It's just going upwards. So it give you a little sense of perspective also in the from the sky. So now using some purple color, dark purple color made by Van Gogh, and creating some dark values underneath these clouds, and putting just vaguely here and there to create more clouds in the sky, and keeping some areas open with the white of the paper. I'm not blocking that portion, so I like to keep that white of the paper also. So now I took some more dark purple color, and I'm putting this dark value on the horizon line, creating some structure, and the Venice scene like I mentioned initially in the video. So I will be showing the sunset on the Venice. So it will be some uh, church on the right side I will construct later on, but meantime I'm just creating some little bit, just a hint of buildings and church on the horizon line, which because it's dark because it's blocking the light from the back. The sun coming from the light is coming from the back, so that creating the the all the structure is blocking the light, and that's how it shows dark. Otherwise, it will, if the light is coming from the other side, then it will show some type of light on this structure also on the horizon line. So I'm putting more French ultramarine, try to create more perspective in this skies, using some rendering some clouds in the top of that paper. Now I'm using the same wash, smudging a little bit these clouds in the sky on the right side. Now I've used some French ultramarine, and I put a little bit on the uh, on the cadmium yellow wash also. Although I'm not trying to put the blue, French ultramarine wash on blocking the whole the cadmium yellow wash. So try to keep it open so it create more transparency in the watercolor. Now I'm using the white color again, the opaque white, to create a little bit more grayish type of clouds. I have the lilac in my palette. A little bit lilac color is kind of little kind of purple. I would say purple color, not really, but it's yeah, it's very light purple color, very opaque. So I'm using that to create some give a little bit variation in the color on a cloud. So it I think it's just more like a bluish gray type of color, and but it works really good when you try to create a very soft object on your painting, because it's very opaque in nature. And then you just, all you have to do, just keep dropping on the wet into wet, and it works by itself, and it create a little soft type of marks on the paper. So so far I'm still working on the sky, and this is why this this painting is all about the sky, how to create a evening scene on in Venice City. Uh, so I put some more opaque white here and create a little bit more light on the top of these clouds. So it feel like there's light coming from the background, from the back of these clouds. So I put some more opaque white. Now I'm putting a little bit that purple color underneath these clouds, uh, creating more depth into the painting, more dark values on the distant clouds. I'll keep using this white, opaque white color to create more clouds, a little bit white clouds also, although the clouds are white, but it changed the color because of the sky color is cadmium yellow because of the sun, and the top skies are more like bluish where the yellow light doesn't reach, right? So yeah, keep working on the sky, putting some uh, white color to create more clouds, more dense, thick clouds in the sky. Now I am working on the midground. I'm going to be working on the cloud, I mean on the water, and later on, once everything is done, I will be working on the structure on the horizon line. I picked up some Prussian blue and just put a little bit dry brush mark on this water and create a little dry brush mark uh, to create some effect, a sparkle effect on the water. Although there's a there will be a reflection in the water because of the yellow sky and some that dark structure on the horizon line. So now I'm start constructing that the the reflection and the water on the foreground. So I use some dark purple color mixed with a little bit water, so I don't need a very dark purple. So every time you need a color that is a light and you don't need the dark value, so just put a little bit water and change the consistency of the color, make it light, or if you don't add too much water it will become automatically dark if you pick up the color straight from the palette or straight from the tube, I would say. Now I'm putting some cadmium yellow wash, creating the reflection in the water from the sky, and I use some purple, dark purple color, and mix it up with the Prussian blue. Create a little bit bluish type of gray color, purple color, which is in the foreground. And I use some. And now I picked up some French ultramarine, and I put on the very close on the foreground. So now here I can create some more waves in the water because this they're very close to in the foreground, so I can create some detailed work. Otherwise, when if it is far, you don't need to work very detailed work. Just give a hint that there's a water there, like I did on this water beside the horizon line. So I didn't do too much detail. I just put a dry brush stroke from the left to right side. Now I'm working on using some French ultramarine. Mainly I'm working on the foreground on the water and creating the reflection and the waves just by working wet into wet, and I'm not letting these layers to dry because I really try to get that the effect which I'm after on this the waves and creating this water and reflection from the sky. Working slowly, uh, just picked up some sepia color. You have to be careful when you're using a sepia color. It's very staining color, and it hard to pick it up once it's dry. So you make sure and you just mix it up with some other color and change the consistency of the sepia color. So I'm still using that sepia color with the mix of other colors and creating the reflection in the water. Now using very clean water to smudge that the water on in the mid ground, put some white and creating some more waves in the water. Since it's a as long as the wash is wet, you can still keep putting the other colors and uh, change the value and the 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 from the previous wash. So you can just put an opaque color and then you can just put some more color on the top of the opaque color. I'm creating some waves on the water, just working on this water now. So it will take some time because sky didn't take so much of time, but the water, because it needs more detailed work. It has, you have to create the waves and the effect of the water. So you need some more time and a little bit more patience to create this water and the reflection of the sky in the water. I'm still working on the just smudging that French ultramarine wash. It looked very harsh, so I just use clean water, dry my brush. Make sure that your brush is dry when you uh, try to pick up some color or smudging that wash. It's been sitting for a while, so you need to be a little bit careful with the if you need to pick up that color or smudge it or spread on your paper. So that French ultramarine wash was almost dry, so I quickly use dry my brush, clean my brush, and use the smudge it a little bit so it doesn't look too bad because it was just a one stroke of the French ultramarine. So now I'm making some gondolas. The Vanice uh, gondolas, putting some mass on the top of the gondolas. Although the mass is maybe it's not there, but just to bring more energy, more look to your painting, that's okay. You can create those little bit energy marks to make your painting look better. So now I'm working on the structure on the mid on the horizon line, more sepia color, a little bit. We're using a very thin brush. I believe it's a round brush number 4, and it's made by no, it's a number. Basically, it's a number 8. Number 8, or let me double check. Number four, yeah. So I'm working with the number four. It's a pure squirrel hair made by Rosemary and Co. Series number 42, basically. I will show you at the end of the demo that what brushes I use, because I will be using different brushes in all my rest of my videos, like which brush I use and what's the effect of the brushes, like how effective they are. Then yeah, these brushes are pretty good, very soft, contain more water, more pigment. You don't need to go back and forth. Very soft brushes, good brushes. So for this type of work, uh, detail work, you need the tip of the brush is very sharp, and you can do a little bit bigger washes with this brush as well. So now I put this through dome on the right side, and now I had some dark uh, color in my brush, so I'm just creating a reflection in the water of those two domes, picking up some sepia color, creating more depth, putting some windows on these domes, and more sepia color mixed with ultramarine blue this time, and creating, like I said, a little bit depth into these domes. Now I'm making some windows just by putting a dark value, working on this structure on the middle of the painting. Now I'm working on the gondolas. Although I put few, you don't need to put too many, otherwise it will not look very good. If you just keep it, grouping is very important. So anything you start putting on your painting, you make sure the grouping is very important. So now I'm putting some seagulls, and I make sure that some are far, some are near, so make it smaller and bigger. So that's how you tell that some are far and in the sky, and some are close to you in the sky. So and keep it, don't put too many, because I put four seagulls, which is enough for that small painting. And already there's a lot of information in the painting, so I don't want to bring more you know, if I put like more birds in it, then my painting will be very busy. So I don't want to make it too busy painting. I just keep it uh, like in moderation. So like I said, grouping is very important. Now I'm working on I use some Prussian blue, mix it up with the purple color, and making this water a little bit darker on the edge of the foreground. And now picked up some sepia color, a little bit zoom in, and that's it. So the painting is done, and you see, like, I work on the wet into wet. I didn't use the hair dryer in this painting, so it all done by just keep painting on the wet layers on the top of the, you know, each layer wasn't dry enough. Then I put another layer, then I put another layer. So it almost, like, I would say there's a 5 6 layers in there. And so far painting looks good. Actually, it creates the effect of the sunset on the horizon of Venice city. So now I will use some opaque white, because I painting is finished, but I need to do some more work. Now I'm using some cadmium yellow, just show, because of the evening scenes, right? I want to create some light on this structure also, so it shows there's some lights are on this. on this structure, the city, the buildings and church. Now I put a little bit random. You can put here and there. Just create more energy into your painting. Just create put these lights on these buildings and the structure with the cadmium yellow. And now I'm going to use a little bit white color, put right in the middle of these yellow dots, so it creates a very good effect of the light. So you put cadmium yellow, and then you put a little bit white color in between the cadmium yellow, so it creates the illusion of the light. So middle is a little white, and then and the surrounding the cadmium yellow will disperse by the white color, and then it create a very good effect of the light. Now I'm smudging a little bit on the edge of this horizon line. I don't want to keep a straight line, so I'm just smudging, creating a little bit smoke type of effect on this horizon line. I don't want to just leave it like this, otherwise it looks very symmetrical. So I don't want to use, I just want to create some variation in my painting. So a little bit dark on the right side, keep it soft on the left side on this building and the horizon line. So it was too harsh, that dark color, so just tone it down a little bit by just putting a little that opaque white color. So yes, painting is almost done. Thank you so much for being here. Please, if you like the video, subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon button, so it will it you will notify about the next video I upload. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next week, and on Sunday on the live demo. I do live demo every Sunday. These are the brushes I use on this demo, so please make a note of it. If somebody wants to order, he can order from Rosemary and Co site. Thank you so much. Take care.